let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, she told you it was going to be loud. Okay, so welcome back to the Thank Us Later podcast, where real conversations meet real friends.
Don't got it. You're going to have to finish that up for me. I didn't take my fish oil pills today.
You didn't? Why didn't you, friend?
You know, it's the early morning, just got started.
Yeah, we will talk about that.
Just jump into
Connections, real connections. I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Angel.
Angel, you have to say stuff like what you do, because you're a grown woman. You're out here looking like Tamara Hoa.
I like that.
You out here looking like Tamara Hoa.
I was
My
like,
friend
look.
doing it. She got the heel. She got the listen.
I just felt like we've been on a hiatus, and I needed to come correct.
It's been a year.
Yeah. A whole year?
A whole year. A whole year. A whole year.
That's crazy.
A lot has happened.
Yeah.
We left with me just having Cairo.
Mm-hmm.
And
now like he's a whole toddler.
Yeah. Running ragged.
Yeah. How was that?
It's bad.
Okay.
It's good.
Well,
it's good.
Okay.
I love it. Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
All right.
I'm gonna drink some water.
You guys, I'm so happy to be back. I just want to let you know that today's episode, we're going to catch you up on the real. Like, what's been going on, where we've been.
Yeah.
Why we took a hiatus.
Exactly.
And really, this is about...
Are we going to be real while we took a hiatus?
Yeah. We got
No, I'm saying, like you know what
real.
I'm talking about? Like we were talking about yesterday? With me laughing?
Oh, no. Not that real. We're going to be a little real. A little real, but not that real.
Okay.
But yeah, I just feel like it's necessary because I know that a lot of people start podcasts. They start doing things and then they feel like, okay, if I took a break, that means I just got to stop.
Yeah.
And for us, I feel like we took the break so that we can come back stronger.
And regroup.
Yeah, realign.
And rebrand.
Yes.
And all the things.
And I feel like we're growing because you're a wife, a mother. I feel like when we started this podcast, you were just about to get married.
I was engaged.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I wasn't engaged yet. We started in March of 2021. I got engaged in April of 2021.
Okay.
So, but same thing. Same difference.
Now look at you.
I know. I'm
wife,
a mama.
Mother.
Ghetto stay-at-home mama.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Okay, how is that?
Well, you know, it wasn't like, oh, she gonna be a stay-at-home mom. It was just like at this moment because we're trying to pour into Cairo a little bit more. Mm-hmm. So we're like, okay, let me do the play groups, let him get acclimated. We have a speech therapist helping us as well. Because he talks, honey. He talk.
Okay.
But it's just like some things we just want him to know better. So when he gets to preschool and, you know, kindergarten, he's
gonna
be
strong.
So that was the whole thing. So because I wasn't a good student, neither was my husband. So we said when we had kids.
Wait. What kind of students were y'all?
Well, first of all, let me take that back. Elementary, great.
Okay.
3.6 and one.
I'm scared of you. Come on,
Middle
ABC.
school, kind of went down, and then high school I just stopped caring.
Middle school, them boys started coming around.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then high school,
Andre Griggs, hey you.
Okay, Andre. You don't forget about that.
Friend.
I'm just saying. I gotta remind you.
And I can remind them. I used to be that
shout out.
I used to be that girl.
Well, back to our return. We are better and bolder than ever.
Girl, what have you been up to since a year ago?
You know, I am an entrepreneur, full-time mom, mother of 3. We got 13, 12, 4.
Yeah.
So my house is kind of like you don't know what you're going to get.
Exactly.
On what day. But I love that. Because what this has taught me is that I need to readjust and be okay with it. Mm-hmm. A lot of times I would hate change. Like you couldn't change anything without me giving a fight. Like I want to tussle. Like at work, they say you got to change seats. I'm talking for 2 months. Why am I sitting here? I don't want to get to know this person. Why did you move my seat? You know? That. But now with having 3 kids, it's literally like Kennedy will say, hey, you know, I want to start volleyball. Aries like, I want to be in basketball. So now our schedule is flip-flopped. You know?
I heard parents that have children, y'all always doing something. Every weekend.
Always. And I think that's what people got to think. Like people be thinking that, like when you check in on somebody, oh, they ain't called me. They ain't did it. It's a lot going on besides calling somebody or missing a call. If they missed a call 9 times out of 10, KJ running around there. You see him, he wrestling.
Yeah, I call her. I would call friend and I'd be like, okay, so she's not answering. You know, she took her location off, so I can't see where she at.
That was a little intrusive.
And so, but I'd be like, I know she's gonna call me back.
Yeah.
I know it's fine. So like, and then she'll end up the next day. I'm like, friend, I missed your call.
But it'd be a
yeah,
lot. Like,
but I get it though.
And even you sat over there and you see how.
I see.
You see it's something going on. So it's like, it's
all
nonstop.
All the time.
It's like once the girls come in from school, you got to make sure they eat or attitudes.
Right.
Make sure their homework is done. KJ is looking like, hey, now I need another snack. This age gap is...
What did he tell me yesterday? We was talking. He was like, yeah, Paw Patrol.
Yeah, Paw Patrol. Like, that's how demanding he is. It's like, hey...
I care. But we was talking about, he was like, yeah, okay, Paw Patrol.
Like, you're my mom's guest. However, you are still going to do what I asked you to do.
He handed me the remote. He was like, Paw Patrol.
You know what to do.
Like, I don't know what y'all
You're going to be
about.
here a while. Put Paw Patrol on, Dora, Bubble Guppy, something. You got to do something while you're here.
You working.
Yes. That's the
friend.
story of our life. So
that's good.
With that, what I feel like we did was we took a hiatus to figure out how we want to structure our brand. Like,
but it was good, though.
It was so good.
Tell the people about Married Plus Winning, friend. You did a lot.
This show is sponsored by Married Plus Winning, y'all. Okay, so Married Plus Winning is a brand that I have for married couples or people in relationships, just to kind of like make you feel like you empowered, you happy. You want to start diving into our mugs or diving into our candles or maybe possibly our t-shirts, hoodies, you know. But you walking around in this brand and saying, I love my marriage. We go through stuff, but at the same time, you know, I'm still rocking it out because I signed them papers. I took my vows seriously, and I really want to show somebody that I stand for something. The covenant, that's a big thing. And I know when we got married, it wasn't too many people doing that for us. So we was 23, 2011, we got married. And all our peers is like, hey, they telling him, they in his ear saying, hey, Ken, you sure you want to do this? It's a little too early. You should still be out here, you know? My friend's telling me, you know, he going to tie you down. You ain't going to be able to come out no more.
Really?
It's things like that. But you didn't have no guidance, you know? So what we did was we like, we not going to listen to them folks.
Yeah.
We going to get out here. We going to make our own rules. We going to make it fun. And that's really what we is. Like, we married, we just couple. Be chilling. That's my homie.
I know.
Yeah.
I love y'all.
Yeah. So it's Married Plus Winning, y'all, because that's what it's about. You make your own rules. You know, just stick it out together and know that it's not about to be easy. You're going to have to readjust, realign. Like with our relationship, our podcast, with anything in life, you got to readjust, you got to realign. So, yeah, y'all. Get a candle. Go to the site.
Real Love.
Yes, Real Love candles.
Friend, I need another one.
You know I got them.
I need another one for real. I just burnt my last one.
Okay,
and I'm mad.
I got you. How many years y'all been married?
3.
Okay, how is
3
that?
in January. Well, you know what? I learned something from somebody. They were like, I've been married for I think they was married for 25 years. They was like, I've been married for 25 years, but I've been happily married for 23. So I started saying that. I was like, I've been married for 3, but I've been only happily married for 2.5.
Okay. What makes you feel that way?
Friend, because we was going to get a divorce.
Okay. Well, that happened.
When we were, not a divorce, but we were battling. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I don't know if I like this.
Was it like the first year? Would you say like the last year? Okay, first.
It was the first year.
First year is an asshole, ain't it?
For some people.
For some people, I would say that. But I actually would take the first year being rocky than later.
And I think, because I thought I had an idea like, oh, my husband's supposed to do this, and he wasn't doing it. And I was like, oh, this is stupid. I want to go.
The expectation.
I want to go back home.
Yeah. Like, mama was rolling out the red carpet. Right. Come on, you didn't get
No, my home by myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to go back. Yeah. Like, it took me, I didn't pack to move in with him to the day before.
You were still on the fence.
Not a fit. I was like, oh my God, I'm about to give up all of this. I was that girl.
Yeah, scared.
Yeah.
A lot of women face that. You know, I didn't change my actual ID to my married name until a year later.
That's not bad.
I just felt like I was holding on to
some people are still holding on to their last name.
Yeah. Like
my friend, she held on hers for 2 years, and then her husband was like, "Listen, what you doing?" And then she finally changed it. Like he was like, "You I ain't gonna say her last name, but you were this or what you."
Pick your gang.
So for
Pick your gang.
So for the anniversary, she changed it. She was like, look, you know. But it's a lot. You gotta change it.
It's something. It's like you're losing a part of you.
I didn't care about Johnson, though. I was ready to drop her.
Okay.
Like, bye, girl. You dead and
young.
gone. You dead and gone. I'm a young. Listen, I'm a young. I'm that girl. Listen. That's all. Like, when people call for, like, old bills or something, call my phone. They be like, yeah, I speak to Tiffany Johnson. I don't know who that is because I don't. Who is that?
Yeah.
Who is that girl?
Take it off my credit report. I'm a new person now.
You should get a new social security number.
Fresh, just a clean slate. Everybody be married, okay? Everybody be out here. Look, everybody have a ring.
Cause you know that be the new
That's
scheme.
it. Trump and all, we can do whatever we want. Okay, we ain't gonna bring him up.
We can't. We can't. I don't got time. Cause that tariff. You see them TikToks with people with the tariff, and they like, I'm gonna get my own. I'm gonna go get my own package, and they on the boat. And they like,
you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta get out here and make it happen. He doing what we gotta do.
Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Cause everything I order is from China.
Yeah. I mean, you just gonna wait.
Wait on it. No, it's not. You have to pay for it.
Oh.
Yeah. So someone told me like FedEx or whomever is delivering it, they'll be like, hey, you got to pay an additional $25 per whatever it is.
Wow.
And for you to get your package, and you got like 7 business days, or we sending it back.
I mean, hopefully we can get him on up out of here. But I do know that stock is down. I ain't mad at that. He is making some chaos. So I would say just buy the stock. I got Target. Target was down on like $89 this past week.
But then that means your 401k is down too.
It is. I'm not checking for that. I'm not retiring no time soon.
But I mean, you're not mad about it?
I'm not looking at that. I don't like to subscribe to stuff that I know is negative. Like,
got you.
You know, so like, that's neither here nor there. Let's check back at when I'm 50.
When you're 50?
I'm going to check back on it. I got some time. Okay. So, okay, what do you see as the future for this brand that we're creating in real time that everyone is witnessing?
I don't know. I feel like we're grown. We grew a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And I think that is more so, it's not like we used to do it like just on a whim and have our little guests or something. Like, we serious about this. We doing research.
We are. I think it's very intentional.
Yeah.
Very purposeful. It's aligning with where we are in our life. So even if we're talking about motherhood or what the inner work we're doing. I know last year for me, 2024, I was real big on healing my inner child. I think I didn't know I needed that so much until my daughters became preteens.
Okay.
It's because that was rough for me. So
preteen was rough for you.
That 12 years old was rough for me. It's the age where your mom is looking at you like, oh no, she's doing wrong at school. Like you said, the boys.
Yeah.
So it's like they're on you a little bit more thinking that this got to be the reason why you changing. When really you're trying to figure yourself out.
Yeah.
So like for me to kind of raise preteens and teens at this age where they're shifting. Every day it's a different story. Girls are trying them every kind of way. I was like, I think I got to heal my inner child so I can get them the proper advice on how to maneuver through middle school.
Yeah.
So that was rough for me because I didn't know that I was hurt like that. I didn't know this little girl inside of me was like over there. Yeah, like I was like, oh, I don't want to do this no more. To the point where one time, like I brought up like an old memory from.
It was unlocked.
It was unlocked, but I was crying like so much. Like, it's like, dang, you strong, girl. Grown Angel was looking at this little girl like you a punk.
Yeah.
But I felt like.
Oh, no, friend.
It was like, yes.
Oh.
Because I felt like what I felt at the age of 12 was I was unseen, unheard, and misunderstood. And I'm like, ooh, I don't want to be that for my girls. Like, so I started consciously making these activities that we do. So one activity was, I said, Kennedy, tell me 3 characteristics that you have for yourself. And she's like, okay, I would say I'm empathetic, I am funny, and she said empathetic, kind, and creative.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, I would go with all of those. Yes, you are empathetic. You're creative. She's so artsy.
Yeah.
She could do anything. And then, yes, you are super kind, like a little too kind girl. So she was like, oh, okay. So I was like, because this opens up conversation. So now you feel comfortable. You know, you ain't thinking about what you're going to tell me. So we rolled into it. I'm like, instead of me telling her about myself, I said, you tell me 3 characteristics about me. And she was like, I would say you're sympathetic, not empathetic. And I was like, whoa.
That took back.
Jab me in the heart. Why don't
These kids
you?
are honest.
She was honest, but I said, hey, you got to follow up with the why.
Oh, of course you want that why.
You got to tell me. Hold on, honey. I'm empathetic. Like, don't shame me. So she was like, because, like, if I'm sad, Mom, you're going to see that from a mile away. You're going to be like, hey, Kennedy, what can I do for you? What's wrong? Yeah. She's like, but if I'm to be empathetic, like if I'm going through something in school, you don't understand. Like sometimes if it's my game or something, like it's just a game you miss. It's okay. But for me, that's like everything. And I was like, oh, I'm so happy. Like it made me tear up because I'm like, at 12, I couldn't communicate that.
I was just about to say that she can communicate that.
I was like, my mama said, no,
I think we probably
go in my room.
Have, but we didn't want to. We like just was like, all right, we're going to write in our diary.
The diary was my best friend. Poems was poetry. Yeah. Girl, I should have been a rapper. Had poems for that. Not right now. They're not ready. But however, carry on. So yeah, well, she told me that. She said, you're also generous. Like, Mom, I know you'll give anything. And then she was like, and you're super funny. So I was like,
you are funny. You're one of my funniest friends. You are. Like, even when you're not trying to be.
I don't even be trying.
You don't.
I'll be serious.
That's good though.
Yeah. So what do you look forward to when you in Cairo, like having a...
So with that, like teaching him things, I told you I was big on teaching him about when he obviously of age, about rejection. I think that's an issue with people. When they don't know like that's gonna come. People are not gonna, you're gonna get no's. You're like, the girls are gonna be like, I don't like you. I mean, they are, because my boy.
He's such a handsome kid.
But still, or a job you wanted, or get on a team or something like that. I don't want him to spaz out. I want you to learn how to navigate through that. So that's like really, I even like through his feelings now. Like when he wants to do something, I'm like, no, you can't. And he does the thing. He's like, oh, whoa, and he gets mad. And so I be like, I sing a song from Miss Rachel. I go, stop, breathe slowly, and then he'll stop, and I'm like, in and out, and then we'll go like, oh. So and then he'll stop, and I'm like, it's okay. You can't get on the table because if you fall, you're gonna hurt yourself, and then we're gonna have to go to the emergency, and then he'll just be like, okay, whatever. He'll go about his business, but. That's what I feel like is really big, because I think that's why it's psycho killers out here.
It's psycho killers out here. And
did you see the man?
What man?
What was it? Killed people, and put them in the, burnt them up or something?
I saw it was the mom, the daughter, and the niece. And then I think that it was like they already knew that he was off, but it's like when you bring other people into it, like, if you're dealing with the man, go ahead. But I think that it was, they got caught in the...
But I think that's where that comes from. Like, my therapist told me that a long time ago.
I did say I'm going to stop watching Crime in the D. I mean, it's not good for my mental health.
Okay.
It's on my algorithm a little bit too much.
Yeah.
It's like you wake up in the morning, you just trying to get in there and brush your teeth. And then before 16 people dead on the freeway. Like, what? No, I can't. Like, I got to control my peace. Yeah. So I did say I'm going to start monitoring what I take in online. Okay. That's a big thing. Like,
you have to.
You don't understand how it changes your mood sometimes.
I told you that yesterday, how that is with people dying and or getting diagnosed with stuff.
Yeah, sometimes you need a break.
You do. I did take a break.
You did. You was gone.
A break
I couldn't even get in contact with you.
You have my number.
So that's what this hiatus is about, y'all. She went ghost on me.
I didn't go ghost. I was like, I couldn't take it. And I didn't do what people do. Like, I'm going to be off of social media. And no, I didn't make an announcement. And then that's what made me notice people, that's how we communicate now. Even though we're older millennials, people still communicate like, oh, you're not on social media? Oh my God. It's like, I
can't talk to you no more.
Every week it was somebody new. Like, Tiff, you good? Like, what's going on? Everything. I'm like, yeah, we over here living life. Like,
back in the day, you see people when you see them in the streets before social media. Yeah. It's like, hey, I see such and such when I walk somewhere, Right. And now it's just like, go and check in and see how the people doing on the regular, Yeah. Just message them, see how you doing. Social media is not everything. And you start to realize, like, hey, I miss this person. That means they're valuable.
That's true.
In your life.
And I am.
Yes, you are very valuable in my life. I love you so much, friend.
I love you.
So...
Well, so I wanted to say, let's go into why we stopped recording. Why did we stop recording? Can I tell the real reason? I ain't gonna use my name.
Go ahead.
So when we were recording at the other place we were recording at, y'all saw, she gonna look over. It was some technical difficulties. Can I say that?
It was light. Technical difficulties is fine.
And then it for me, I can't speak for you, but for me, it was like, I started getting like, I don't want to say discouraged, but I'm just like, dang, you know, because we want to put out this content, but it's like it's not there, and then we don't have nothing to put out. And then you're not really motivated and excited about the stuff anymore.
I think as creatives, when you are excited, that vibe is like everything. You want it right now. You're like, hey, this is fresh. I'm ready to get it. We bring in energy, you know? And so I think that was
some of it.
That was some of the feelings. Yeah. So you just want to get it out. And I feel like that was just God saying level up. That's it.
Of course.
I don't take it as a wrong thing. I don't take it as a... it's everything. To me, I just feel like a guy was like, hey, girl, you need to shift. You need to hurry up. And you need to... You know, what you doing? You playing? Is this a hobby or you want this for real?
Yeah.
And that, for me, was like, you know what? Let me get on here and ponder. Like, let me see what I want to do. Let me see how we want to set up stuff. We're grown. We are growing. Our brand is growing. We should take our people with us. I feel like this podcast is for people that's intentional, want to evolve, want to talk about real life stuff, not just a podcast. Like, we talked about a lot of celebrity gossip, you know? And love it. We could tap in today. But, however, I feel like it's still real life issues. Like, since we were shooting, it was 2024?
Yeah, last year, March.
Trump wasn't in office at that point yet. You know, not saying I want to talk about him. I don't. That's probably the worst Gemini ever.
He's a Gemini?
I'm so embarrassed to say that, y'all.
I'm sorry for you.
I am so embarrassed. I don't like to tell people
Yikes, that's embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing. I keep
just
that
like
one
Kanye.
low key. No, I'm not embarrassed by Ye. I love that man. Kanye, you see this? I love you.
Even after him talking about your girl's kids?
We don't pay attention to that. He's going through something right now. We got to give him grace.
You give somebody grace for talking about somebody's kids, calling them slow?
I put that out. I'm not even listening to that. Don't do that. We're not talking about celebrities. We're talking about this right now. This
I'm sorry, but you brought it up.
We're not talking about celebrities, y'all. We are shifting into...
That's crazy.
You really gonna double down? Moving on.
Wow. Okay, girl. That's crazy. But when I did it with Tyrese.
Okay, Tyrese is a whole Capricorn, crazy lunatic man. That's different, you know? Kanye, he has done a lot for us.
Okay, friend.
He has. And we just can't erase him from our history.
I never said that.
Now, if we dipping and dabbling and erasing in history, we can dip and dabble into Diddy. But what
we gonna do?
We gonna just erase him.
Everything?
Okay. I don't know.
All of it?
They'll figure it out. The bad boys will figure it out without him.
The bad boy? No, I told Kevin, I was like, I think he's gonna get out of prison.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he got our plan. I think him and Stevie J was not moving around for no reason.
Bye. That's Stevie. You gonna bring out his man?
Yeah,
that's his man.
I just feel like for us, the shift was we're not the women that started this podcast.
Definitely
we shifted
different.
Into like different,
definitely
and we gotta grow. We can't just like, you know how some people it's like you are this person personally, but then you still aligning yourself with stuff that don't feed you.
Yeah.
Personally, I feel like everything in my life right now is I'm big on boundaries. Like whether it's the people I value, whether it's the places I go. I'm not showing up everywhere. Everybody don't got access to me.
No more.
No, like
I used to do that. I used to do that. And I run myself ragged.
You were a socialite.
Like every week I had something to do. Every week. It was like, bro. And I just started saying, no, I can't come. I'm sorry.
You were everywhere.
I know. Yeah. It's bad. And gas is high.
That's what set you down. It was really the gas, y'all. So
I thank you. But I can't do it today.
Don't serve me no attendance sheet. Okay?
That part.
Don't say, oh, yeah, well, you missed a couple of events.
Oh, Tip didn't come to this one.
Because when I come,
you know.
Enjoy me.
Enjoy me.
Be present.
Because I'm that girl when I come. Y'all have a good time. And time will be had.
And do.
All the time. Every time I come through.
Every time you come through. So you don't want me to show for everything. Then my energy bad. Then I'm coming around here. You're like, dang, we just wish she stopped coming around.
That would never.
Can't she just kind of like take a few events off or something?
But being, I like, and I commend you because you have 3.
I've been going.
And a husband.
I'm happy that you see that though.
You have a 3 and I only have 1 and I'd be like, oh my God, how do people do it? How do people do it? Like today I was leaving out and my husband goes like, he's like, oh yeah, we really got to clean up. AKA, I really need to clean up. And I'm like, well, it's not happening today.
Yes, you got stuff.
You know, because like, boy.
Come on, boundaries. You got something going on.
What you doing?
You chose you today, and I love that for you. Yes.
Right? I was like, I can do it tomorrow, but not today.
I'll fit you on my schedule.
And then we're having like plumbing issues in our kitchen. Well, our garbage disposal is like draining into
adulting.
I know, draining into our what's the thing downstairs in the basement? The faucet is down there.
Okay.
So it's draining down in there. So it's a whole situation. It needs to get fixed. It's been like that for 2 days. The man came it's coming today when I was leaving, and he's like, but beforehand, so I didn't want to wash dishes. I was like, well, I did, but I didn't put them in the dishwasher because all that stuff. I was all connected. Mm-hmm. And before I did that, he was like, well, you can still wash dishes. I was like, you fine?
As he walked by.
What is going on with you, sir?
So, okay, well, in marriage, do you feel like, because I know some people, I remember I met a girl, and she was like, my husband don't change no diapers. Mm-hmm. I don't care. I could be at work all day. My husband will not change a diaper. And that's how we are supposed to be. She's like, I am supposed to do everything.
Got you.
For the child.
Got you.
And that's how it is. And she was like, and I'm supposed to cook. He is never to cook. Wow. And I got it. I'm like, girl, that's what y'all, as long as you signed up for that, you good with it.
Yeah.
I'm not about to argue. I'm not a person that argue about how people structure their relationship anyway, because I really don't care.
Right.
So I'm like, well, however, I mean, my household is kind of ran where, hey, Kenny, if I'm short today, you gon', fill in. So like, he gonna cook some meals. And that's something that a lot of people, women, I think they try to test you. Is like, well, what you cooking for dinner tonight? I be like, oh, he cooking. Because sometimes, like, I feel like we could share that weight.
That to me, that's funny.
But I feel like it's a way to make you feel like you're supposed to do something a little more. I'm cooking, He's fine. We all taking care of around here, but I don't feel like it's a crime for a man to tap into and kind of assist. Because then you drain her.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I think because we're still new at this, Cairo will be 2 in May. I do the bulk of Cairo. Okay. I do, because he actually mentioned it to me. We were talking about it. He was like, you when I do something, you'd be like, oh, you didn't do it right.
Okay.
And I've tried not to do that, but he don't be doing it right. Mm-hmm. So, and then like, or he'll be like, oh, I don't know how to put his shirt on.
Uh-oh. Will Cairo be coming out there with a backward shirt?
No, he doesn't have a shirt on.
Oh, he like, son, not today.
He was like, because when I try to put it on, he starts screaming.
What is you doing? You talking?
Baby in a move forward. But so yeah, and then I breastfeed still.
Okay, so, you've been going strong with that.
No, so that's another reason why it's just me and Cairo. So I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, because that bond is different.
I'm like, why you not doing nothing?
So it'll be, and just to his defense. So if you're saying he does not do it right, and I'm not, okay, I just want to play devil's advocate.
I'm listening.
Like, why can't his way be okay, but then, kind of guide him and be like, hey, or try this?
Well, your way can't be okay when you put a diaper on and then he pees on himself. You get secure the diaper. And I've showed you multiple times how to secure the diaper.
You just want him to have some air, I think. I think he thinks, I'm helping Kev. I'm trying. He's thinking from a man's point of view. My son needs some air. Okay, he need a little room to breathe. Yeah. All right, we tried.
It's okay, but I'm trying not to be like that, because that's some advice someone gave me. Mm-hmm. She told me not to do that. She was like, just let him figure it out.
Yeah, because it's a 2-parent household, and that's how I felt. I felt like when I came in and I first had Kennedy, my mom was real hands-on, so she jumped in. Which I love Ange so much. She literally, I think I didn't really dabble with postpartum because she jumped in so quickly, and it could possibly be because she might have dabbled with that, and she knew I have to show up for her.
Sure, you don't have that.
She would come in and open blinds, curtains.
You need that.
What is this going on? Like, why
they said that though.
I get it though, but
when
my house
we went to parenting class,
yeah,
they said that. They were like, make sure it's bright for her. Make sure, like, they were saying those things. They was like, because if it's dark and all that, she can get into her mind and all that stuff.
She was doing stuff.
That's good.
And I wasn't really like paying attention at that point, or even just something that's like, go take a nap, I'll wash the bottles. Mm-hmm. Those things. And I'm like, I think of it now because it's such a big age gap with KJ and then the girls. And I'm like, my younger years, 24, I had Kennedy. She was really covering me, but because she knew what I didn't know at that time. Now, KJ, I'm like, goodness.
Where's she at? Ange?
She did, actually. She came. She came back around on that. That's something that she's like, she even she didn't work like the first 6 months just so that I can get acclimated because we came out the pandemic.
I know you really had a pandemic,
and I was crying because we in the pandemic. It was like, oh, everybody working from home. Then it was like, oh, you got to start coming back in the office, and I'm like, whoa, I don't want to leave my baby. I just met this guy.
Yeah,
I want to be with him.
Yeah.
So then she's like, don't worry about it. It made me feel safe when she's like, I'll be here with him.
That's good.
And it was like, oh, okay, now I know she's gonna do everything because I was very type A with him. Here go the bottles. You gotta wash them at this time. You gotta have these amount of bottles. I know. Yeah, like you gotta have this amount of bottles fixed and stuff. And she just jump right in because it's like she's like that. I get that from her. Yeah. So I was like, oh, I feel so good because my baby is not going to have to, I guess, be uncomfortable. Yeah. Which that's what I struggle with right now. It's like you want your kids. Like I feel like we grew up where you could spend the night at somebody's house and say your mom be like, I'll bring you some clothes tomorrow. Now you got you was comfortable?
I was just talking about that. No, I didn't. I wasn't able to spend the night over nobody's house.
Okay. I could do family. I couldn't go, but only family.
I only had one family I can go over.
Who?
My cousin Kimberly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I couldn't go over nobody's else's house. My mom didn't trust people.
My mom was like that.
Yeah.
My mom was like that, and I've adapted that too.
And I'm glad though, because of what stuff we hear now.
Oh yeah,
so
definitely.
I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah, I could go over my auntie Teen's house.
Okay.
And it's like your mom be like, okay, I'm bringing clothes. And it's like, oh no, it's okay. I'll figure it out. I'll get some clothes for my cousin to wear. My kids are the type that my husband, if they spend like their grandparents' house, he got to take them clothes. He got to, like, we're that, okay, you got to move. Like, that's a different generation. I was like, hey, you need to come bring me this. It's a right now. It's like KJ, hey, I'm thirsty. I feel like back in the day, my grand, like, you going to wait. You going to drink after you eat your food.
Right.
KJ is like, hey, apple juice right now. And I'm going to get up.
He's demanding.
Yes, very demanding. And I'm like, okay. So my kids will struggle when they get a little older because if the world is not going to be like, hey, we got this rolled out for you.
Yeah.
So am I coddling them a little too much?
I don't think so.
I just feel like when I did get in the real world and say I was 18 and when I got a lot of no's, it hurt a little heavier, than because I had this expectation of, no, somebody going to cover me. And the world taught me that, no, you're supposed to figure it out. So that was a little harder.
It was hard for me too, but it was like the world told me no, but my mama said yes.
That's the thing I had to try to change my mindset. That's what jacked me up because that's my daddy. Yeah. And I would call him. Then I had to push myself. Like, stop. And he gonna answer.
My mom's still the same. And she does it with Cairo. It just went over with Cairo. Cairo wants something.
He gonna get it.
And she gonna get it.
He gonna get it.
It don't matter.
Well, we gonna see. I mean, they could be sitting on the couch across from us 20 years from now telling us how we went wrong, and that's fine. I mean,
we're not doing everything right. There's no book for parenting or marriage.
You're absolutely right.
Or adulting.
Definitely not adulting.
You have to take care of yourself, though. I've learned that.
Okay.
Balance.
Come on, self-care.
Of myself.
What do you be doing?
I will leave. I'll take Cairo to his grandmother's house or his grandparents' house, and I just go. I'll go get me something to eat, like Chipotle.
Yeah,
that's your Chipotle girl. And then I'll go like probably downtown and just like I'm a driver and listening to music. That's me. And I'll just go and just zone out, listen to my music and just spend some time to myself.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love that too.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't need much. I just need isolation to recharge, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But I'm even like that. So when it's a lot of people. So if we go to an event and it's a lot of people, I need 3 days.
Yeah, because you don't like people.
I love people.
No, you don't.
But
like
my energy
people that long.
Yeah, it's a lot of energy for me.
Yeah.
So I will.
So overstimulation.
The
girl at the dentist yesterday was talking about that. She was like, "We didn't know that's what that is, but we got overstimulated."
Yeah, like certain things.
Just like Chris Brown, he got overstimulated because he only got 20 people, 20 women per city.
Wow.
And I wanted to buy my ticket so I can get my picture with Chris Brown.
Chris, if you listening, please give her a ticket. I felt that energy, like it's anger.
Cause why you only gonna do 20 people?
Yeah, that's crazy. Cause he's like, what they call him, like the Michael Jackson of now.
Do they?
That's what they said. They said Chris like up there with Mike.
But where's Mike at?
That's not right. Because we love Mike. We don't play that. We love Mike.
Okay.
Speak for yourself.
Name 5 songs.
Let me think. Dirty Diana, you like that one?
What the?
What's the one?
You can't name it.
With the Eddie Murphy video. In the video, that's one of the one Eddie Murphy is in the video. You know what it's saying because he disappeared.
And he disappeared.
That is the best video ever.
Never heard of it.
With Billie Jean.
That's a good classic.
Well, I mean, not a classic, but he has like hits. You know,
okay.
he just captured the stage. That's what
Two
they
more.
said. They're saying it. Okay, 2 more. Let me think. I don't know, Mike. Rock something.
Rock something.
You know.
But he up there.
Dang, it's been a while. We got. Sorry, Mike. But no, he is still the guy. Like, don't play Mike. He is that guy.
No, he got good music.
Just like nobody can play with Whitney Houston. Nobody can play with Mike.
No, of course not.
Yeah, it's the same.
No.
It's the same.
Mm-mm.
It's up there.
Nope.
People love Mike, okay?
They do. But he's not that guy for real.
Okay. What's something you learned in this season of your life?
Right now?
Yeah.
Creating boundaries.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And being and not feeling the way about it. Like having to over-explain. You know how people are like, well, I did this because, no, I just did it.
Yeah.
And I created with everybody. My mom, my husband, everybody.
Do you feel like you really lacked boundaries with everybody before and this is a big thing for you now? Like people feel away, they shifting. They don't,
they don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's making them uncomfortable.
But how do it make you feel?
I feel free.
That's deep.
Yeah. Because I have to.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be everything to everyone and nothing to yourself. And that's what I would do. I would pour into everybody and then nothing's left with me.
Do you think that came more so after you had Cairo?
Absolutely.
And why? You think that it's,
I don't know,
for protection for him? You got to be better for him?
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like people will take. And then before you know, you empty,
Mm-hmm.
But you don't even know why you feel empty until you really see okay, no. Like, that's just what I leave with. It's just a no. Or I think about it. Or I never commit.
It's a complete statement.
Yeah.
I've always said that.
Or I will overcommit sometimes. Like
Absolutely.
Just to appease somebody. It's like, oh yeah, no, I'll do it. Then it comes down to that day. Oh, I do not want to do this. I'm literally trying to get my energy together to do it. So why did you say yes first? Maybe you should just not commit.
People please.
But and then I realized that makes people uncomfortable. It's like, hey, you never got back to me. Those people, like, that is a red flag to me because it's like, okay, I'm gonna let you know. Or they want to know right now. They want you to confirm. They want you to say.
They want you to commit.
Yes, yeah. And that overwhelms me. So when I get that energy now, like, move away from it.
But I learned something from you. I put stuff on people. Like when they try to put it on you, I put, it's like someone will be like, oh, you want to go out? And I'm like, sure, give me a date and I'll, see if I'm free. They're like, oh, no, you give me a date. I'm like, no, you let me know when you're free.
Because are we doing this or what? Like, if we doing this, I'm going to accommodate you still. Just tell me, let's get it going.
Yeah.
Or you just talking.
Yeah.
Which, when they don't follow up with that, it's like, oh, yeah, that was a good conversation. You just wanted to say we need to link. All right, got it. See ya. Then the next time we do that dance again, it's so many people like that. And I actually, you could, when I get uncomfortable with conversation, I start to move, So it's like,
move away.
Move away.
Walk away.
It's like you don't have to do this for me.
Act like you're not even having that conversation.
I disappear.
You feel like, where's Angel?
I'm gone. I am, Homer Simpson when he going in the bushes? That's my brother. That is my brother. Because why are you doing this for me? I'm really not a person that you have to do that for. So they'll be like, oh yeah, because I know we need to get together to do this. And it's like, we did this conversation 15 times already. Every time we see each other. So now I'm like, hey girl, hey. Just want to, give a good hug and go. It's like, girl, we got to. I don't want to hear it again.
So many people saying like they want to get together and then I just don't hear from them. And I'm like, I'm not following up.
Yeah, that's good. That's better. I just feel like
I used to be that person to follow up. Like, hey, what happened? And then I get overwhelmed because I got so much stuff to do every week.
And you still
and don't have nothing to do. Like no time to do stuff I need to do.
You to squeeze these people in.
Spending money.
Mm-hmm. Just out here.
Going to fixings.
Once you go outside, it's $300 anyway.
Is it? It is. Because you got parking, you got food, and you got drink.
Once you go out, before you know it, to check on. That was a good time. No.
I just spent $100 at Target today.
Easy. Target? You not supposed to be in there. First of all, Al Sharpton. If you watching, she just said she went.
First of all, Target's the only place that got my son diapers. And we are doing potty training, but he's still in his diapers.
Al ain't trying to hear that. He said don't go in there.
Why are we not supposed to go in there?
Because DEI, they are not inclusive to you. They might got your diapers, but they not for you. Until they for you, you go find the baby diaper somewhere else. You need to wrap them up in a rag or something. Back in the day, that's what they did. you know, so it could be more healthy and stuff. So
That's
you
not why
gotta
they did
wait.
that.
I don't know.
They couldn't afford.
Yeah, well, Cairo, we gotta get your mama out Target, okay?
The only place they have is diapers.
I'm just saying, if I catch
So
you in there,
do
I'm
you
blowing a
shop-
spot up.
So
I'm
do
telling
you
everybody.
shop at Amazon?
Mm-mm.
Lies!
That was not me on that account.
Girl!
That's my husband's account.
So what is it? Target, Amazon, is it Starbucks too?
I don't know. I just know Target is a big one. They did us wrong. We had a whole bunch
They did not do us
They
wrong.
did us wrong. We had all black people up in there, okay? Tabitha Brown, Lip Bar.
They showed us who
everybody.
they were, and we should believe them. And it's okay.
Okay for them to still get our dollar?
Absolutely.
They gotta wait. They gotta wait. We gotta ride this
I got
out
a lot
together.
of money on my Target Circle, so until that goes off and all my deals.
You can't wait. We just gotta need a couple more months. They gonna get it together. We shutting them down. The stock is at $89. It usually be like $2 something.
Okay.
We going. They
That's
almost
good.
there. Yeah, we icing them out.
Are
Ain't gonna be
we?
able to do nothing in a minute. Okay? You go through there, it's ghost town. You don't see no black faces.
I absolutely did.
Okay. I'm embarrassed for all y'all.
My cashier was black. It was 2 black women behind me.
Okay, so they included them in the DEI. They just left them in there.
I thought the DEI was for like
diversity, equity, inclusion.
The alphabet people.
No, it's for everybody. Diversity. We need us, all of the Browns. We lucky we still here. Okay? Because he tried to send us back. He trying.
I was going to stay in Egypt, so there's that.
How was Egypt?
It was amazing.
Okay, tell us about the Red Sea.
I didn't see Moses. But it was really fun. Like, we had a great time. Cairo, I mean, you know, I'm a son in Cairo, so we went to Cairo first, and then all the, you know, natives, they were like, what's his name? Cairo. Situation. The food was good. I didn't even mention that. The food was good. Yeah. But you know, it's like Middle Eastern.
But what did you
situation.
eat?
I mean, they had like chicken, like the chicken kebab situation. They had like a lot of rice, a lot of like potatoes and cheese together.
Y'all was on camelback and stuff?
We was on camel.
In a desert?
Cairo was on a camel. Talking about, wee!
Wait a minute.
It was a whole thing.
Y'all wasn't scared up there on them humps?
I was. Because I had a baby on me. Like, if it was just me, I wouldn't care. But I had Cairo, so I'm like, it was Muhammad. That was his name. I was like, Muhammad, if this camel start galloping, I'm going to need you to calm it down. He was like, oh, no, I got you. No.
Watch the baby.
Watch this camel. But yeah. But it was fun. It was a fun time.
What was the weather like?
98, 94, all in the 90s.
Because y'all was covered up with the mask and stuff in the desert.
Yeah, because you're in a desert. You don't want the sand and stuff. So that's why we had to be covered up and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a good time.
It sounds like a great time.
I tried to go down in the tomb. I mean, not the tomb. What is it? Down into the pyramid. But because I had Cairo.
What was you going in the pyramid for?
Because I wanted to see down there.
Yes. So down there.
It was very steep and it was low. So it was like, it probably like hit you right here. So you still got to go like that. And then I was like, I went down a lot. And then it was just like, this ain't gonna work. So I came back up and this our tour guide was like, well, I'll watch Cairo. And I was like, yeah, I don't know you niggas. So I didn't go down there, but my husband did. And he said he saw the writings and everything, the Egyptian writing and stuff. He was like, it was really amazing.
Saw some mummies?
We did see mummies, and you can't take pictures of them, and people did take pictures, of course.
What?
And they got caught. Because they literally zoom in on your phone. Okay. So they zoom in on your phone, like they looking at you, looking what you're doing, and they see you. So it was like a SWAT team.
Wow. And
they come and they were like, give us all your phone, delete the pictures. And this one girl, she kept trying to say, I didn't take no pictures. I was on here doing something. And they were like, we saw you.
Come on, girl.
And so her friend was like, girl, if you don't get them that phone.
Give it up. We in a whole nother country. Why are you out here playing? He don't want us over here anyway. We gonna be stuck.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine to be stuck over there. Our money is good over there.
I don't know.
$20 was like $1,100 and something. Of their money.
Yeah, I'll be blowing all the cash. I got a few 20s for you.
Money. Like, it was fun, though.
Y'all had to tip the people out?
We went to the airport, friend.
Mm-hmm.
The man, Kevin was behind me, but I had my luggage. He put my luggage on the conveyor belt, and the man was like, tip, 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 tip. I said, you didn't do anything. What do you want to tip for?
Just begging.
Yeah, they wanted tips for everything. That was the only thing I'm like, oh, wow. And it wasn't like, oh, and I got... So I don't think I ever told you, when I went to Mexico, you know, the little kids would come and they'll hold your hand. They'd be like, hey, and then they'll give you a rose, and you think it's really simple. No, they want money.
Okay.
So that happened to me again
And
here in Cairo.
See this rose?
But it was a lady, she had a baby, and she was like, hi, and she grabbed my hand, and then she was like, she gave me a rose. I'm like, oh, thank you. And she was like, okay, I need a tip.
Okay.
And then so I gave her some, I don't know, I think I gave her, it was like 100 there, like 100 pounds. I gave him, and then Kevin comes in like, that's not enough. And I was like, well, then you tip her.
Yeah.
And then she came on the side of our bus, because we had a 50 passenger.
An aggressive beggar.
She came on the side and started like tapping, telling people, tip,
more money.
Yeah, so they really
clean y'all out. Get off the bus.
Yeah, they some real big
y'all can't be around there.
And Kevin got caught too, because the guy, when we was at the our tour guide told him, like, don't look at nobody, just go straight. Don't look at nobody. And so Kevin got caught coming back.
Made some eye
and
contact.
The man was like, hey, he was like, come here, let me fix your wrap. So he fixed it for him. He was like, hey, sit on the camel. And Kevin sat on the camel. And then he was like, hey, okay, hold on. And then he rolled him, and he was like, okay.
I know that's right. I done did a lot, and that got to be a big
Kevin
tip.
was like, I didn't even know.
You just let him do everything.
You're on the camel. What you think he about to do?
He about to rob you in a minute. You gonna give me this money? I'm gonna take it, because I'm too close at this point.
Yeah, but I think everybody should go. The flight wasn't that bad.
Okay, how long? How many hours?
It was, so we flew into Paris first, so it was 8 hours here to Paris, and then 3.5, 4 hours to Cairo.
Okay.
So it wasn't that bad. Only thing was, traveling with a toddler is something else.
I can imagine.
Cairo was like, after 2 hours, he was like, girl, get me off this plane.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Was he loud?
No, he wasn't loud. He was just wanting to walk around. So at coming back home, I just let him. I was like, I don't really care. Like, where he gonna go?
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Okay, so I know this season is so much to talk about, so much for us to dive into. I just feel like we need to go in with some real talk, just our real opinions, purposeful conversation, grace, and just be vulnerable. Yeah, a lot of people want to see, you know, they want to feel like they're not alone.
Yeah, that's true. They relatable.
I just feel like we entrepreneurs. Yeah. You know, and with entrepreneurs, just a whole bunch of pivots. So speaking today, that's the part of us sharing. Like, where are we going with this? What happened? We just took a break. We back, you know.
Things happen. People been looking.
Yeah, they've been looking. They've been
asking. Y'all ain't doing it no more.
Like I said, we make it seem easy when really it's like we was getting
hard work
off,
because it's time. Yeah. Time consuming.
It is. And this way we're rolling it out in the seasons. I feel like this is better for us, you know, too. So it gives us the time to.
I agree with whatever friend says. So.
You know, we talked about this. She acting funny. But you excited?
I'm very excited, friend.
I am too.
Yeah.
I am too.
Right.
So what is that message? I forgot.
What I say?
Yes.
What you say? You came up with it. Think about it.
So we're going to have a new outro, guys.
Because you used to scream when we like left.
Yeah, and that was it. That was like crazy.
No,
but
it was nice.
For Thank Us Later, this is Thank Us Later podcast. So I was thinking, and really we're not a podcast, I feel like we're more like
because people don't really be listening to stuff.
A conversation.
Yeah.
You know? So Thank Us Later.
What you say? I'm going to see if you remember it.
Thank us. Okay, be thankful today, because you never know what later brings.
Baby, come through for You took your
off the dome. I just slipped one when I walked out.
You did?
No, I did not.
Oh my God. You know your memory is bad. Your memory is bad.
Yeah, so y'all remember that, okay?
All right.
All right. Thank you for coming, guys. We see y'all next episode.